What's going on, guys? It's Young Link Jr. So it's another update. So with the Carlee Russell, her parents was actually on NBC today, I believe, earlier. So they did an interview, and they was discussing about what really happened, and from their knowledge, okay, when Carlee Russell appeared home, right? So it was weird. I looked at it, and it was just pretty much, people believe that it was kind of irrelevant because they said a whole lot of nothing. It was pretty much a lot of agreeing. They wouldn't give us in specific detail, even what the reporter was saying, like, hey, okay, do you believe that such and such is here, or you believe there is an abductor on the loose? And they say absolutely. So let's piggyback back into the story, right? So she pulled over initially because she saw a toddler, all right? And, she called 911. She stepped out of her vehicle, got closer, whatever. No, I'm thinking that she, was abducted. Okay, she was snatched when she got, went under the bush. We don't know if it was a small person or anything. And so 5 minutes later or whatever, the police officers arrived, okay, during the camera footage, and it cut off. But the police arrived, and they found her belongings. They found her, cell phone was on the ground, her purse, her wig. Okay, I don't know about the food because she did get some food, but it was keys, everything was left in her vehicle. And it was no sign and no evidence of a small child or a toddler, because this is huge, because no one is really talking about the toddler thing, because the toddler, that was the initial reason why she pulled over and led to her so-called abduction. And there was no Amber Alert, no description. And the only thing we can get, if Carlee Russell, she should be in our right state of mind because she managed to get home, to give a description to the police officers, what was the race, how old you think the toddler was, what was the toddler wearing, what was in the stroller, what was going on, okay? Because this is pivotal in a community, because we need to know if there are people who are utilizing small children to abduct adults, okay, or people in general, because it could have been anyone. Like I said, it could have been a truck driver, electrician, it could have been a worker, anyone. What was their whole purpose? And they used children as bait to go ahead and kidnap people. We need to know that. The Hoover community needs to know, the whole world. And the whole world was looking for her. And I'm blessed and happy that she's alive and went home. But my thing is this, is that, okay, we need to know some more information. Like, okay, what happened after that? Where were you in the last 2 days? Were you at a hotel? And I'm not trying to, as this story continuously to linger on, I mean, some people might develop some certain theories. It could be that too. I don't know. But I don't want to be that guy like, oh, man, yeah, it's a hoax. She lied. We don't know. Okay, so that's why, out of respect for the family, but you're on NBC, which is a major network. Millions of people are tuning in, to this interview. We want to know more information. Okay, so only thing the Hoover Police Department said, hey, it was no evidence, even former FBI agent. And then you had a trial attorney that was kind of skeptical about the situation here, because as you're driving 60 miles plus an hour, I mean, unless you circle around back, you look on the side, you got to really stop immediately, but she ended up continuously to move forward, unless she's seen it straight ahead, and then she pulled over, and then she looked in that general direction instead of going back. But I don't know, man. It's really strange here, because as the story was blowing up as proportion, she ended up just showing up late at night at her family's home. But if you look at, this video, what I'm going to show in a minute, you can see like how disturbed that the father was, his body language, things of that nature, seeing how he was just looking, like he doesn't seem too confident. And we don't know what was going on or what was discussed behind closed doors. If this was a hoax, then she's gonna have to pay for this, and then apology to the community, and then you had to be some charges. Some people believe that she was getting this a way for her to get back with her ex-boyfriend. Her cousin helped her out. She wanted some attention. I'm not gonna go that far. I don't know how true that is, but I can't really blame people's theories, because we're getting little to no information. We need to know this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I want you guys to look at this clip, and we'll come back in here. I'm
laid eyes on her again. What was it like? To me, I mean, just so much joy.
This morning, in an exclusive sit-down with NBC News, the parents of 25-year-old Carlee Russell are speaking out. describing the moment their daughter appeared on their doorstep after being missing for more than 48 hours.
What did you do when you saw her?
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her. But it's okay.
Last Thursday, police say Carlee called 911 to report a toddler walking alone on the interstate. She pulled over while on the phone with a family member who described hearing Carlee scream.
Her vehicle's unlocked, running. All her personal belongings except for her phone.
On the scene, police found no sign of Carlee or a child, and they say no children were reported as missing during that time period. The Russells waited in agony until Saturday night.
There were actually just so many calls and texts from people who maliciously lied to us. I just didn't know people could be so evil.
Authorities have not indicated where Carlee was during the 48 hours she was missing or what happened. Her parents declined to share what their daughter told them, citing the ongoing investigation.
And can you tell me what happened Saturday night? Did you just get a knock at the door?
Anything leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
But they say speculation about the circumstances surrounding Carlee's disappearance are only making things worse.
She's having to deal with the trauma of people just making completely false allegations about her.
Her family now urging the public to let the investigation play out, but mentioning an abductor. Her mother asking to read a brief message to the public.
Carlee has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
NBC News has reached out to the Hoover Police Department to ask whether they're looking for an individual involved. Police have just said they're following up on all information provided by Carlee.
And when I talked to you all on Saturday, you also said your daughter is a fighter and she would find a way back to you.
I felt that in my heart.
Is that what happened?
She did. She found her way back to us. However, we can't discuss the details of that.
But they say one thing is clear.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life.
But she made it back to you.
She made it back.
Yeah, she did make it back. All right, Priscilla,
Okay, so there you have it with that interview. You know, it was just the 48 hours that the Hoover Police Department trying to figure out where was she at, where was she located during that whole time, and how did she was able to, did she escape, or how was she was able to get back into her her area? Because if a kidnapper, let's just say hypothetically, if a kidnapper dropped her off, that's really dangerous to the residing residents there in that community, because they're like, okay, well, we have an abductor here that knows our general area, and I have children, so I have to be aware. So this is extremely important. I just think what people just need is answers, and we're, as human nature, we're not getting answers, we forming these theories. So just gonna wait till how this play out, but that's just my thoughts on it. I don't know. I just want some information about the toddler, if there was a toddler, or we need that. We need to know that, okay? Because that would be child endangerment, and that's a whole nother thing, because the world needs to know, like, okay, these are one of the tactics that these people are using, small children to abduct adults or people, for the trafficking use. We gotta know if this was a trafficking situation. That's all it is. Just need some answers. So I don't know. Probably gotta give it another week or so, or I'm just gonna keep here just making videos, man. Because there's other cases that I can cover, but with this here, we really care, and we just want the whole thing to be to have some closure here. To get to the bottom of it, what led to her escape, how she got there, what happened. All right. So that's all we have to say. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. If you have any thoughts, y'all still following this. Love you guys. I'm out. Deuces.